little bit deeper as we see it right now.
Johanne gets a pump in there, pulling up on the rail, gets through that section, and that is going to change the complex of this entire heat.
Johanne Defay represents her native country of France. However, she was raised on Reunion Island, a French territory in the tropics of the Indian Ocean.
Really cool tropical life, you know, being barefoot all the time. I think it was a pretty simple life.
The wave that Johanne grew up surfing over in Reunion Island is St. Lou, a really rippable left-hander over a razor-sharp reef. You know, I think it's given Johanne Defay an incredible comfort level on reef breaks, in particular coral reef breaks.
The 2016 Fiji Pro title goes to Johanne Defay.
2018 champion of the Uluwatu CT, Johanne Defay.
When it comes to a backhand over a shallow reef with a lot of power, she's one of the most dangerous on tour.
Johanne Defay is now a solid force on the women's side of the tour. She's done the work over the last couple of years and one of the most consistent surfers on the women's side.
Ever since she got on the championship tour, she's just been a force. So I'm expecting the same here at the Roxy Pro G-Land. I think Johanne Defay's definitely got to be one of the favourites for this event.
As we see here, your French lady ripping through the top half of that section. Now loads up a second one. Nice and strong little right-hand angle in it. Third one with a roof line, because Johanne has been on a roll.
Get to watch Johanne on the first turn, and look at that. She is now loosening up. Smaller wave with a good clean wall, and attacks it again.
Here we go.
Big blast and a fin throw. Defay hangs on to a radical maneuver. Set up wrap hard off the bottom. Enjoying the open face with another clean cutback. Wraps it again. End section attacking it is Defay. Loves it. Wow. And she'll celebrate with a little eject onto the bricks.
Well, she's going to keep that scoring going here. That 5.83 is still going to be her lowest score, because that's going to be another keeper.
Had a screamer on her backhand. Second wave of the set, you can see that residual foam from that first wave of Carissa on the face of that wave. Does so well to negotiate it. Learn from that 417.
Into the barrel. Johanne Defay, you talk about water flying out the back. Really powerful, strong back-footed surfer, hailing from the island of Reunion, so honed her skills at a beautiful left-hand point break as well. So looking very, very comfortable as she makes her way down the line. Knows she needs to better a 3.83, which I think she's quite, she's got that Ansam. A couple of big turns there, just powerful, strong maneuvers from Johanne Defay. And what impresses me really is this end maneuver here. She comes off the bottom, another snap, free falls, and transitions straight into the barrel. That was critical stuff right there from Johanne Defay. And we're going to see a big number get dropped in for Johanne. Throw herself right in the mix, Joe. Look at this turn here. Big snap, critical stuff, upside down, and then free falls. Get some air under her board, which is very critical. Gets her body a little bit out of position, but then regathers. I mean, just the ability to get herself back into position, regather that form, and duck under that lip. Unbelievable stuff there from Johanne. Wow. Great stuff.
Total and potentially get themselves to finals day. Here we go, Johanne on the right now. Trying to better a 6.37 here. Doesn't need a lot to get herself to the top of the leaderboard at this stage. Just a 6.43. Sets up the tube. Well positioned, super deep. Still rolling through this one. The deepest barrel of the day for sure. And Johanne back out in front of this one. I thought she was gone on that section.
My heart dropped, and then just seeing her exit that ride, you hear the collective gasp from the audience surrounding the basin.
Not done with this one. Couple of big turns before setting up the inside. If she can finish this wave off, she might just drop the highest number of their seats so far. And you know that
she'll take this right. She won't be able to overtake Carissa in the lead, but she'll have one more chance at a run. And as we know, in this environment, you can't really try your boards anywhere else. So she'll benefit from one last ride here before the final.
Absolutely. You know, this is kind of just a little bit of a warm-up, really, for her final run. Beautiful tube ride. Obviously, that 9.33, one of the best tube rides we've seen in the pool, period, from Johanne Defay.
And just seeing her trim this end section. Nice clean snap there. Mark, with your waves you've had out here, is it easy to anticipate how hollow it's about to get on Johanne Defay?
Oh man, the bottom drops out for me so quick. But this second barrel is a little bit easier to see than the first one, from what I remember. But she obviously had one of the best barrels of the whole.
Johanne Defay, we often hype up the lefts that she's won in, from Cloudbreak to the Uluwatu CT, also a US Open champion. Driving into a big frontside turn. Nice off the top. Remember, excellent scores. Already went down from Lakey to Caroline. There's her favorite part of the right. Both hands stalling. Gets a completion. And now setting up that beautiful carve under the lip. Destroying that lip line with a snap. Showing off that power. 2014 Rookie of the Year. Now changing up her maneuvers. Big layback hack off the top, right into the barrel. Defay, what a transition. Setting up her final move. Thought about even putting it back into the barrel, but she will just lay.
That's I use that same one too. I mean, it's going to push you into the shoreline. That's her.
Disappearing act for Johanne Defay.
The tube monster is
back. We saw her do it from the surf ranch. Now she did it au natural here at the French beach break. That was beautiful.
You know what's cool about that too is that literally the excitement that she carried coming out of that barrel, you could actually catch eyes with her from the shoreline.
Yeah, they would have saw the smile immediately coming out of the barrel. That smile was ear to ear.
Treated her like she was born and raised on this beach break. What just happened on this one, Potts?
Well, the hammer got dropped, Joe. I heard Strider talking about the sledgehammer from Carissa Moore. If that was a sledgehammer from Carissa, that was a double sledgehammer from Johanne Defay, needing a 6 point, not a big score, 3.27. Beautiful, smooth, clean, radical turn off the top. And look at the way she takes her time here, setting it up, double pumps, waiting for it. Very tricky end section to hit. And what does she do? Connects beautifully with it. Free falls out of the sky. Incredible stuff there from Johanne Defay. Now, she got a 9-point ride yesterday due to the tube ride, and guess what, Joe?
Turning in a 9.40. Johanne Defay now putting pressure on Fitzgibbon. Sally now needs an 8.98 to get a part of that semifinal.
Yeah, it baffles me that she hasn't won yet. I mean, she's so good, and she's come so close so many times. So could this be her shot?
We'll roll in now with Johanne Defay. Fun looking right. Beautiful pocket section there. Defay lights it up. Off the bottom, hits a big section, stays on her feet.
Oh, she knows it too.
And Kai Lenny is clapping in the booth.
It doesn't really matter what the conditions are doing, but in particular when the waves get a little bit tricky, a bit shifty, Sally really comes into her own. She has a great read on the ocean, as we see Johanne Defay. Speaking about great reads, that was so smooth. Just one manoeuvre into the next, just blammo all the way down the line.
Yeah, she just absolutely attacked that thing.
In the view of 5.51. Here she goes down the line, a little bit of wobble. She'll just hold that rail nicely though. Here's a steep section. She absolutely hammers it. And she's asked a question of the judges here now. Let's think about 5.51, Ben. She absolutely hammered that thing.
Just straight to the bottom, and watch this. Jams it off the bottom, slams it, just accelerates out of that first turn. And again, the second one gets the third. Have a look at the spray coming off her board. The judges love that. Are going to absolutely eat it up. Here's a great shot of the water angle. You can just see how critical she is, turning in that tight, pockety little section. And that wave just kept offering up time after time. The perfect little pocket for her to jam. Some great surfing there from Johanne. I love the slow-mo here, Ron. Look how she just gets on that hillside rail, pivots around the fins, just gets a little weightless there, gets the release, and then engages into the bottom turn. And just that single line she carves all the way around off the bottom, and that gives her that extra bit of speed and squirt off the top. And then again, just jamming it right in the pocket. Those sharp eye boards looking really good under her feet.
Yeah, Johanne Defay grew up on Reunion Island, so St. Louis is an area that she was able to really work on her backhand surfing, and she's been well rewarded, deservedly so, for that last ride. It's gone into the excellent range.
They're getting behind all these surfers, and whoa, Johanne Defay, Ron.
Yeah, Johanne Defay's been lighting it up out here today. As you said, some of the best backhand surfing we've seen. Well, it's the best backhand surfing that we've seen out here at the moment. An 8.33, 7.5, one of the biggest heat score totals of the women's event so far.
3 moves, and now Defay heading that same direction.
Yeah, it looks like a slightly bigger wave for Defay. Whoa, that's a telling move. Yeah, and she's happy. She likes that last one. That was slick. So 2 different rides, a contrasting approach. Carissa opening up on a smallish wave, and you know, great exchange between the 2 combatants.
Johanne Defay in motion, looking to improve on her scoreline, which still has the lead. Remember, 7-5 on the left. This one, she's trying to better a 7-7-3. Clean first turn, nice snap. Second one solid, fits in 3 big moves before thinking about her favorite part of the wave here at the Surf Ranch. She'll get spit out early. You have to rely on your instincts. If it's not going to be a long, dreamy one, it can change a little bit with some variety on how long that first tube will be. So back to business with turns, snaps, changing it up with subtle laybacks. Big power hack again for Defay, putting so much into that. Finds her rail and the wall to stall, getting a good part of the tube. Throws it up through the lip. Jams it again on that open face hook.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. Johanne looking into this one intent, breathing really well, and she's up. She's going to get herself going down the line, set herself up for a nice open face backhand whip. There it is. Nice speed turn off the top. A little bit under it right there, looking for that open face. Let's see if she can bust the tail a little bit here. There it is. Oh, buckets out the back. Another big vertical slam right there. Another one. She is now feeling the rhythm of the wave. You can see her start to engage turn after turn. Nothing in between. That's what we want to see, is that flow and that rhythm. Here we go on the inside. Take it away, Joe.
Big whip again for Johanne Defay. Great timing right in the pocket. She'll lay low. Looks like she's in a perfect place to come out. Winds up off the bottom, and there's a nice... Looks like we'll get the round of 16 started. Wearing the red jersey from Reunion Island, Johanne Defay. Just an under the lip move there, just to project down the line, waiting for her first major turn. There's the front side whip off the top. Defay looks at an aggressive approach to finish.
It is pretty crazy to think of the other names that could have world titles, like a Johanne Defay, but who has been held back from Steph from Carissa's recent victories. As we see Johanne with a beautiful wave selection. Nice wrap to start things off. Great snap up into the pocket. This wave continuing to unfold for her as she comes through that inside section. Decent sized wave. Now with that pocket to finish off.
Wow.
And feeling it. She walked away with a number 5 finish in the world. She's actually had 3 top 5 finishes out of her previous 7 seasons in the on the championship tour. So she's really been a consistent threat for those world titles, and will be looking for that again with a solid start to her year. Nice turn to start things off with. Goes powerful and progressive on the second. Up into the lip on the third, and this wave is bowling up for her so nicely as it's just hugging. That reef goes for the layback on the finish.
There, so not a bad looking wave. Live action with Joe.
Solid open face, and how was that big turn to start for Defay? A quicker one, just reacting to that section.
A little bit deeper as we see it right now.
Johanne gets a pump in there, pulling up on the rail, gets through that section, and that is going to change the complex of this entire heat. That's going to be the breakaway wave and the breakaway score for Johanne Defay. First impression, Vahiné, of that wave. Look at this, Jess. Check out this pump into them.
That's exactly like you nailed. That first pump is what set up. Like, as you saw, that wave was kind of underneath and very west, so it kind of kept running all the way into a closeout. So she barely had any time to doggy door. But that first pump, she brought her board all the way up, brought the front knee into her chest, giving that leverage. She got that good drive and going through the fumble right there, just in front of it, and right here, the wave was closing out. Just snicked the perfect timing, perfect read on that wave. That looks excellent in my eyes.
This was an extremely technical barrel ride where we see this on the replay, and Johanne having to change her angles of the board throughout that barrel and then sneak out a doggy door. Vahiné, talk to us about this.
Yeah, her progression the last 3 years has been insane. Like every year she comes back and better, and the way she read that wave, like how she timed, you know, when she